Alex Albon joined Formula 1 in 2019 alongside two of his good friends in George Russell and Lando Norris, and they all had very high hopes and were seen as the future of Formula 1. Albon probably had the most adventurous rookie year, with him being put in the Red Bull, replacing Pierre Gasly halfway through the season, which was a massive jump from Toro Rosso at the time. He would drive for the Red Bull team alongside the very quick Max Verstappen, who would beat him pretty regularly, as he is one of a kind talent, as we all know. He was given half the 2019 season and the whole of the 2020 season at Red Bull to prove his worth. Even though he looked very good at times, he would be cut from the team after the 2020 season ended, meaning that he had no seat for 2021, and Albon would have to serve as a reserve driver for Red Bull. However, many fans thought that he was treated very harshly and probably deserved another year, and that was without anything really to do for 2021. But Albon did not give up, and he was given a seat at Williams for 2022 so he could try and rebuild himself, and so far he has looked very good. In today's video, we'll be talking about how he has performed at Red Bull, how he may deserve a better car than what he has right now, and finally, how he should possibly have another chance at Red Bull if Perez leaves the team. Let's get straight into it, shall we? Kicking off our first topic, and that is talking a little bit about how well Alex has done at Williams in his first two seasons. In 2022, he had the worst car on the grid, and it was hard for him to show what he was made of, but he was still able to pull performance out of the car. He got into Q3 on several occasions and would have some fantastic drives in Australia, for example, where he was on the same set of hard tyres until the final lap and managed to take home a point. In Belgium, he was the head of this massive DRS train and defended very well to take home even more points in what was a horrendous car. With him being in the slowest car on the grid, you are only compared to your teammate in equal machinery, and he dominated Nicholas Latifi in every single aspect. The first year was enough for him to sign a contract extension, as he cemented himself as the leader of the team, and it was something very different to what he was doing at Red Bull, playing second fiddle to Max Verstappen. So far this season, he has had another teammate in Logan Sargent, who is once again beating in a better Williams, but still not the best car as they struggle to get into the points. Albon's best performance to date at the team has got to be the very recent Canadian Grand Prix, where he's P1 in Q2. Didn't get to set a lap in Q3, so he qualified in P10, but he was able to put on a masterclass of defending as he had the pace on the straights to hold back several quicker cars to take home P7, which was massive for the team. It showed how mature Albon has got, and yes, he still makes some mistakes from time to time, but he's getting more consistent than he was at Red Bull. Overall, he has stepped up his performances and has shown why he is still a top driver who is young and wants to get a better car to show everyone that he's a quick driver. What do you think about Albon's time at Williams so far? Would you call it a major success, or would you maybe say that he is overhyped? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Moving on to the reason on why you probably clicked on this video, and that is how Albon may deserve to be in a better car and the team very soon. Well, having talked a little bit about how well he's done in Williams so far, it does seem like he does need a better car to make the most of the talent that he has. At Williams, he is one leading the team and the #1 driver, and he may be happy where he is right now, getting points here and there, whilst knowing that he will always beat his teammates. Having been dropped from Red Bull, many people may say that that was his last chance at the top, and it may be with there being other drivers like Norris who may deserve a top seat over him. But he may want to look at getting a better seat and car in another midfield team where he's able to get points on a more consistent basis. Williams is a top team, and their history does prove this, but at this moment in time, they are not what they used to be. The seats in the midfield can change with one small change, as we see every year with silly seasons, and Albon could be easily presented with opportunity where he could take the gamble. At Williams, he will not lose his seat anytime soon, as the team will want to keep him as long as possible, so he could easily just stay there and wait and see if they'd be able to build up the car year by year. Williams, about 7 years ago, was getting podiums, so it's not out of their realm of possibility that we see the team bounce back, fighting at the top. Albon probably does deserve a seat in a quicker car, that's for sure, but it's all down to if he wants to take a leap of faith and take that risk. He has stability at Williams, and he may not have this at other teams, and this is why he may not be pushing to leave anytime soon. Overall, Albon, due to his performances over the last 2 seasons, he probably deserves a better car so he can get points consistently. But will the opportunity come where he'll be able to do so? I guess we'll have to wait and find out when the next season rolls around. Very soon, if a chance to move comes to Albon. Our third and final topic of this video is how Albon could deserve a second chance at Red Bull, or how his chance may be already gone. To start off with, let's look at why Albon should be maybe considered to join Red Bull once Sergio Perez leaves the team in the very near future. One reason is that he's still a young driver and has room to improve, with him just being 27 years old, and he can help Max going forward. He'll be able to stay in the team for a long time and have a long-time contract, which could provide stability for him. Another reason in why Albon should be given another chance is that he's simply a better driver than what he was when he was kicked out of Red Bull. His pace has gotten much better, and he is more consistent with his driving and is able to have similar pace at every single track. And this is what Red Bull does need. They have to have a driver who can get points and be on a podium a lot more consistently. A final reason is that he's having much fewer crashes and incidents now, as he's more experienced than he was before. Being a rookie thrown into Red Bull is a very tough task. Overall, Albon should be maybe considered as a choice going back to Red Bull, but we do not know what will happen, of course. However, he may have had his chance gone, as Red Bull are very ruthless with their drivers, and most of them get one chance and that's it. Look at Gasly, for example. After the 2020, he showed how good and quick he was by winning a race, but he didn't get another chance at Red Bull, so it's unlikely they will make an exception for Albon. Another further reason is that even though Albon is a top driver, there are better options out there for Red Bull to choose from. Lando Norris probably deserves the seat the most due to him being young and consistently quick ever since he joined the sport alongside Albon in 2019. Overall, it is unlikely that Albon will get another chance at Red Bull, and it will be better if he looked for an opportunity in a top midfield team. Where do you think Albon deserves to be? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for more videos just like this one.